Hey, hey man, hey man, can you respond to what I'm saying? You're driving me crazy. You're driving me up a wall. I just. So, about the border, can you name one long-term border solution that Donald Trump wants to influence to get passed through Congress?
No, I can't
So
because
why
I
don't you
don't
vote
I don't
for a
think
closed border?
just because he would do it through executive action.
Okay, executive action. Okay, can you name like the long-term border policy that he wants to or already has implemented through EOs?
Well, I don't think anybody knows, and that I don't think we could just blame it on him. Nobody has an answer for it.
So, like, unironically, your position is like you have no evidence that Trump has done this or will do this, and you don't know what he will do, but you're just
Well,
gonna have blind faith that he will.
isn't the border crossings down 97%
Yeah, because the
since he's
short-term
taken
solutions,
office? Right, right.
like
That's what I'm saying. Nobody has a long-term solution.
like military and whatnot on the border. Like, I really do just think like he deployed the military to like make his fan base like kind of just like clap and jeer while reclining and like their recliners at like 2:30 on a Tuesday, kind of like what I said earlier. It doesn't
Well, if
really
we're
serve
well,
as
if we're
a
not at
long-term solution. It's just kind of like a band-aid on a 4-inch couch.
but if we're not at war, why not have them down there?
Why not have them down there?
Yeah.
Because it's just wasteful taxpayer spending. It's a wasteful use resource of the military members, as well as it's just like baseless like fear tactics. I'm
You
not
don't
a
think
big
it's
fan.
good training?
Good training? No. What is
Hmm.
it? What is it training to do? Just stand in the same place for like 12 hours a day?
No, they're building fence, they're doing things down there, they're going out for days on end to try to look for
So
people and
I just
everything
want to
like
clarify.
that.
So that's your border solution.
Well, I mean, it's a good one because there's a lot of other people that do it.
Jesus Christ. No, I think that the bipartisan border bill under Biden and Harris was a pretty good one. You know, the one that would have expedited the legal processes of migration into our country, naturally disincentivizing undocumented entry, that Donald Trump killed because he didn't want the Democrats to take a win, demonstrating that he doesn't truly care about the border. You know that
No,
one?
I think that bill was inflated in that it was going to, I think if it's going to be a border bill, it should be on its own bill and not inflated with a bunch of other bureaucracy stuff.
Yeah, so all the other bureaucracy stuff is funding for other countries. They wrote out the border provisions and then still pass the funding for other countries. Typically, Congress will join multiple things that they agree to pass in one bill so they could get it done easier. But, you know,
And I
without
and
further
I,
ado,
I think we should get rid of that.
Chris Murphy, Democrat senator, agreed with you. And after Langford's border bill had failed and was rid out of the expenditure bill, he launched a solo border bill just for the Langford border provisions, and it failed because word already got around that Trump didn't want it.
Well, but he didn't get Democrat support on it though.
Yeah, it already had the Democrat support from Langford's border bill originally, and then he was able to get the same bipartisan support and formed a coalition with Langford, but then it failed.
Well, why did it fail?
Why did it fail? Because Donald Trump didn't want it. That's why it failed in the first place. Do you think it
But
Wait, do you think the original border bill failed because of funding for other countries?
yes.
Okay, then why did the funding for other countries still pass? Come on.
Well, because it's less money that they have to spend
No,
and it's
this is
easier.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The overall bill, $120 billion. $20 billion towards the border, $100 billion towards other countries. You're like, it failed because of the $100 billion towards other countries, right?
It wasn't the countries that everybody supported. Nobody wanted to give it to Ukraine.
Dude, they wrote out the 20 billion for the border and then all unanimously passed the $100 billion for other countries, including Ukraine.
Right,
Like
but
you're like,
why is our answer always just to throw money at it?
hey man, can you respond to what I'm saying? You're driving me crazy. You're driving me up a wall. I just want to clarify. This is literally like saying, oh, well, the reason, this woman rejected me from going on a date was because the shirt I was wearing was really ugly,
A
right?
lot of women do
Right.
that.
But then I change everything about myself except for the shirt, and then she goes on a date with me.
Right, and then it doesn't work out in the
So
long
the
term.
reason that she didn't go on a date with me in the first place wasn't because of the ugly shirt, right?
No, it's a combination of everything.
Yeah, everything but the ugly, but everything but the ugly
No,
shirt.
it's you changing who you are to support that woman, to make her like you.
Bro, I'm running a hypothetical to test the logic of the scenario. Then all of a sudden you're turning into a relationship counselor. Can you just engage in good faith? This is idiotic. Literally, the
Yeah.
point of what I just said. Are you trolling? This has to be a
No.
troll. I'm so
No.
sorry. Wait, I'm so sorry. I just need to like touch grass real quick. For the people watching, is what I'm saying making sense? I feel like I'm going crazy because I'm unable to effectively communicate what I want to. And is what I'm saying making sense?
I just don't think it was a good hypothetical.
Okay, I'm going to say it again. Okay, you're telling me that the $120 billion bill with funding for the border and funding for the countries failed because of the $100 billion for other countries.
Yes, we shouldn't be giving other
Okay.
countries $100 billion.
Okay, which means that they just didn't want to pass the $100 billion for the other countries. So, by product of that, consequentially, unfortunately, the border provisions also failed, right?
Yes.
Okay, but we understand that they passed the funding for the other countries, right?
Right. I understand that.
Right.
But
And that's a contradiction of the last statement, right? Like
I mean,
they took the bill with the money for the other countries, okay, and the money for the border provisions, they erased all of the money for the border provisions, and they were just left with the money for the other countries, and then they passed it.
but I don't think that's Trump's fault. I mean, you can,
But it
because it's
absolutely,
the same
it
people.
absolutely disputes what you're saying. Like, imagine you're at a restaurant and you get like a nice filet steak with some red wine sauce on top, and then you tell that you're going to give it back to the chef because you don't like the red wine sauce. But then you scrape all the red wine sauce off the steak. You just give the steak back, and then you just eat the red wine sauce. Okay, was the red wine sauce really that bad?
I, well, see, that doesn't, I don't think anybody would ever do that.
Congress did that. You're doing that right now. You're doing that. Wait. You're doing that because you're saying they didn't want the bill because of the funding for other countries, but then they got rid of everything but the funding for other countries and then accepted the funding for other countries. I'm going crazy. I can't do this. I think that this is my formal renouncement of being like a public debater like this for 4 hours every day. I'm in hell. Have you guys ever watched The Good Place before? Like, I
No.
feel like, no, like, I feel like, like the architect made this as my bad place because this is terrible. This
Yeah,
is
but
so bad.
wasn't that bill going to allow so many illegals in, and that's why it didn't pass? Not because like that's the red wine
Ah,
sauce, right?
got it. So now you have a new reason that it passed because it allowed so many undocumented migrants in. So the main point of the border was to naturally disincentivize undocumented entry by making the legal processes of migration faster. What you're referring to is letting too many undocumented migrants in is a 5,000 rolling per day average cap over a week that it would take for the border to be shut down. But at any point before then, the president would have special authority. But I kind of think of those as like second order importance to the main thing of importance, which is making the legal processes of migration faster to naturally disincentivize undocumented entry. I found that to be very important.
Well, but why didn't they do that in the first year of their presidency instead of the fourth year of their presidency?
So actually, that wasn't even in the fourth year; it was the third year, and it actually begun getting drafted late into their first year. But it just took so long to come to an agreement because of how partisan of an issue the border is in Congress.